During a school lockdown drill, my classroom door was the only one that didn't unlock afterward. I was sitting in AP history when the lockdown alarm went off. Mrs. Patterson didn't even look up from her desk. She just sighed and said, "All right, everyone, you know the drill. Lights off, phones away, quiet in the corner." We'd done this 100 times before now. Our school did lockdown drills every month. Some kids complained, but most treated it like a 10-minute break. We'd squeeze into the corner farthest from the door, sitting on the floor in the dark, scrolling through our phones on silent while Mrs. Patterson locked the door. This time felt exactly the same. 23 of us crammed into the corner. My best friend Maya sat next to me showing me pictures of her dog. A couple guys were playing a game on someone's Switch. Mrs. Patterson locked the door, turned off the lights, and sat at her desk. 10 long minutes passed, then 15. Maya whispered this was taking longer than usual. Mrs. Patterson shushed her. We waited. 20 long minutes in, we heard doors opening in the hallway. The all-clear announcement should have come over the intercom, but it didn't. We just heard classroom doors unlocking, teachers talking, students filing out. Mrs. Patterson stood and tried our door. It didn't open. She tried again, jiggling the handle harder. Nothing. She pulled out her key and tried to unlock it manually, but the key wouldn't turn. The lock was jammed. "Well," she said, trying to sound calm, "looks like we're stuck. Maintenance will be here soon." She called the office. No answer. She tried again. Still nothing. The hallway was empty. Everyone else had left. We were the only ones still locked in. Maya stood and tried the door herself. 5 other students joined her, all of us pulling, pushing. The door wouldn't budge. Someone suggested breaking the window, but Mrs. Patterson said absolutely not. 30 minutes turned into 45. Mrs. Patterson kept calling. No one picked up. She tried the principal's cell. Voicemail. She tried the front desk, the nurse's office, other teachers. Nothing. One of the guys went to the windows. We were on the 2nd floor. The windows only opened 3 inches. He stuck his hand through and waved. No one was outside. The parking lot was empty except for staff cars. That's when Maya said something that made my stomach drop. "Where is everyone?" Mrs. Patterson tried the office again. This time someone answered. Principal Vance. Mrs. Patterson explained we were locked in, that we needed help. I watched her face change. Her expression went from frustrated to confused to something I'd never seen before. Fear. She hung up slowly and turned to look at us. Her voice shook. "That wasn't a drill." The room went silent. Maya grabbed my hand. Someone started crying. Mrs. Patterson kept talking, words fast and choppy. There was an actual threat. Someone called in a bomb threat. They evacuated everyone 30 minutes ago. Every classroom, every office, everyone except us because our door is locked and no one realized we were still inside. My heart pounded. Mrs. Patterson said they were sending the fire department, that we needed to stay calm, that we were probably fine, that the threat was probably fake. But her hands were shaking. I kept thinking about how the office didn't answer for 45 minutes, how the parking lot was empty, how they evacuated the entire school and forgot 24 people. We sat in that corner another hour before we heard the fire department breaking down our door. When we got out, the building was surrounded by police cars and bomb squad vehicles. They searched every inch of that classroom. They questioned all of us separately. They never found a bomb. The threat was fake. But they never explained why our door was the only one that malfunctioned, or why the office ignored Mrs. Patterson's calls while we sat in a potentially dangerous building, or why no one noticed an entire classroom missing during evacuation. The school district launched an investigation. They discovered our classroom had been marked empty on the evacuation checklist due to a clerical error from that morning when Mrs. Patterson called in sick before changing her mind and deciding to come to work anyway. The substitute assigned was never notified, and administrators assumed the empty substitute slot meant an empty classroom. I transferred schools 2 weeks later. So did Maya. So did most of our class. Because we all knew what Mrs. Patterson knew when she hung up that phone. If there had been a real bomb, we would have been the only ones left inside to find it.